Hello, my ownership babes. Are you feeling the summer blues? When you start to feel the summer blues, then what happens is you become inconsistent. Inconsistent in terms of your thinking, inconsistent in terms of your actions, and also, as I said, your thought life. However, you have to remember, as a high value ownership babe, you are not perfect and you are not exempt from the pressures or the chaos of this world. However, you are set apart. You're set apart in ways when it comes to your self awareness. You're set apart when it comes to your boundaries, and you are set apart when it comes to your strategic self leadership, especially when facing overwhelming situations. So today, we're going to talk about, as an ownership babe, how you can approach consistency in a way that's elegant and with discipline. Step number one, she prioritizes her purpose over pressure. See, an ownership babe knows that everything urgent is not necessarily important. This is why she is crystal clear on what matters to her in life. This way, she is not associated with goals that are not in alignment with her values, her vision, or most importantly, her legacy in life. And when she's faced with overwhelming situations, she's now in a position to reassess and make sure that, one, are these things in alignment with the woman that she's becoming? Or two, does this goal even deserve her energy? So as you are working on getting over the summer blues and finishing and getting to the finish line at the end of 2025, just remember, it's not about finishing. It is about making sure that you are in alignment. Step number two, as an ownership babe, she shrinks for no one. What happens is she actually shrinks the task versus shrinking her standards. Doing a little bit less doesn't mean that an ownership babe is lowering her standards. It just means that you are being absolutely smart and you are being intentional, because you know there's a difference between what? Being busy and actually being effective. And this is why, as an ownership babe, what you'll do is you'll start to simplify the task, but you won't settle in the process. You'll start to do things like maybe 30 minutes of focus work versus 3 hours of scattered effort. Or you may take 10 minutes of stillness versus countless hours of burnout disguised as a hustle. See, an ownership babe decides to adjust her pace but never relinquishes her power. Ownership step number three, she actually protects her energy and honors her energy just like her calendar. Consistency is deep rooted in self-respect, not self-punishment. As a high valued ownership babe, you are constantly checking in on yourself. You're checking in to make sure that you are not experiencing burnout, which can easily be disguised as productivity. You are asking yourself, as you're going through these summer blues, you're asking yourself, do I need rest or do I need resistance? You are constantly asking yourself, today, what if I paired my discipline with compassion? How would life look? You know that energy is everything. The energy you put out is the energy that you receive. And most importantly, you know that protecting your energy is the only thing that will sustain your consistency long term. Ownership step number four, you build routines that support your identity. Habits are actually just rituals of how you see your future self. Routines, they should not be scattered, they should not be random, they are sacred. Whether it's that routine of your daily journaling or your faith building, daily faith building, or whether it's just prayer, meditation, the things that you do that are part of your daily habits all of these things come together, and what they do in times of summer blues, in times of feeling overwhelming, they keep you grounded during these chaotic times. What they also do is anchor you back to the woman that you are becoming in life. And most importantly, they show you that structure equals freedom. As an ownership babe, you should know that motivation, you can't just rely on motivation. What happens is, as an ownership babe, you rely on the rhythm of your routines. Ownership step number 5, she extends grace without losing grit. If she misses a day, she doesn't spiral. She actually resets. As a high value ownership babe, she truly understands that life, it will never be about perfection, but she does honor effort. So when things get off track, all she does is reassess versus abandon. She resets versus self-sabotage. And she decides that she's going to reflect versus ruminate. And because of this, she understands that success it's not about never failing. It's about how quickly you can get back up and get up gracefully. Therefore, remember, when an ownership babe is overwhelmed, she does not push through blindly, or she does not abandon herself just in the name of goals. Instead, she pauses with purpose. She simplifies with strength, and she leads with that quiet, subtle power. Thank you for tuning in, my ownership babes. Until next time, hasta luego.